Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. Pip's morning show, and they're always glad you came. Pip's morning show, and they know your cat's name. Pip's morning show, and they sometimes are insane. Pip's morning show. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be watching with me. Pip's morning show.
Alright, we'll do it next episode. Alright, are we ready, folks? Are you joining us for Tuesday too? You can. Might as well.
We'll see. I'll check my schedule. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'm in my agenda.
Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday.
We're going like right away?
Yes, why would we leave and then come back and do a Tuesday episode?
Oh, but maybe I should change or something. Like,
You don't want to wear the same thing in 2 episodes?
no.
Okay. Oh, Pip, thank you for showing up. We weren't sure if you were coming back for the Tuesday episode. Oh, no. I won't edit that out. It was too good.
I picked my nose.
No,
I
you
scratched my
didn't.
armpit.
I saw it and you were fine.
I don't have a saying.
Well,
I do have a saying. I have a very good
You
saying.
don't need a saying. It's Tuesday. You're just a special guest. It's not your Monday episode.
Right, then I'll just sit quiet.
No, you're a special guest. I'm just saying you don't need your normal segment if you don't want to do it. Of course, if you have one, do it.
I have one and it's very funny. And you never heard of that one.
So you're doing it today or you're doing it next week?
That depends. How we
Your contract negotiations from week to week are getting pretty ridiculous.
Talk to my agent.
I don't know who the
Did you say hush? I love hush puppies. They're so good.
I don't know who the diva in this situation is. Pip or Jack.
puppies.
Okay. It is Tuesday, September
29.
29. Thanks.
You're welcome.
She's really good with dates.
I know, I try to be.
She can tell you like birthdays of people so good, right?
And
so
phone
well.
numbers.
And any kind, phone numbers, everything. Dates, like Gretchen can remember every appointment she has for the entire year in her head.
Yeah.
She doesn't write it down. It's just in her mind.
Yep.
So it is Tuesday, September 29th. It is our 82nd episode, maybe.
83rd.
83rd. Okay, now I'm really confused. It's our 83rd episode. We'll get there.
Like
You
your
may
mom's favorite
notice
highway.
that we're in what?
Like your mom's favorite interstate.
Which is what?
83. You guys take 83? You guys take 83?
She watches this.
I know. She knows I love her.
Yes, but she doesn't like. My mom doesn't like being poked fun at.
But this is just. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I just find it very funny.
She gets upset when we talk about her on the show.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. You can cut it out. Sure.
Beverly.
Can't
But
cut
there's
out that
nothing wrong.
comedy gold.
Everybody has this thing. Like I have stuff too. Everybody has stuff.
Speaking of your stuff, let's see. What do we normally do on Tuesdays? Oh yeah, Buddy the Nature Cat.
Yes,
He was
that's
on
right.
vacation last week. I don't know if he's still on vacation because I would be getting that in 2 days anyway. So we're shooting a little early today. That's why we're in the same clothes. It's actually in reality Saturday night here. We're in Baltimore. In real life, we're watching this episode with you back in Ocean City. We did have to get out of town because of the
H2I cause.
and yeah, it was crazy. There's a whole thing with that, but anyway.
And Dusty just came over and
And
said
hello,
hi.
Dusty. And so we brought everybody up here. It's to the point where like you can hear them. Like you can hear the cars back in like the residential areas. It's not like you have to be close to coastal highway. So it was
I
kind
think you
of
can hear them here.
probably
Did you hear one
last night?
Uh-uh.
Oh.
That's how it's time to sleep.
We couldn't hear from Ocean City. That'd be crazy. That would be really crazy. Oh, do you want some too? Everybody loves it. This is food, but they can get treats. Oh, don't. Oh my god.
Well, just stop. Don't. Well, don't let him do this. Don't let him do this.
Hey.
I don't want to get stuck. How are we gonna get him out? Put like
wasn't-
butter around his neck or
Yes,
something?
but he wasn't even close to stop. He wasn't even close.
I think he wants to eat too.
Oh my gosh, everyone's so hungry today. Oh, he just squeaked. Did you hear it?
Yes.
Okay, speaking of things, so we'll see if Buddy the Nature Cat has something for us. We'll play it now.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry I missed you last week. I was on a really big adventure and the days just got away from me. This week, I'm trying to hang on to the last bits of summer. So I'm going to talk about another beach animal Pip might know a lot about. Dolphins. There are currently 42 species of dolphins and 7 species of porpoises living in nearly all aquatic environments, including oceans, coastal, estuarine, and freshwater, and in temperatures ranging from less than 32 degrees to more than 86. Porpoises are smaller than dolphins. They are less than 8 feet long. They are also characteristically chunkier than dolphins and have a small head, little or no beak, and a small triangular dorsal fin, except the finless porpoises, of course. Porpoises and dolphins also have different tooth shapes. Porpoise teeth are spade-shaped, while dolphins are conical. Names and nicknames can certainly be confusing. There are 8 dolphin names that feature the word whale, including pilot whales, killer whales, false killer whales, and melon-head-shaped whales. 2 species have whale and dolphin in their name, the northern right whale dolphin and the southern right whale dolphin. No wonder both the public and scientists get confused. A group of dolphins is called a pod and communicate with squeaks, whistles, and clicks. Dolphins are quite the social creatures. They interact with one another, swim together, protect each other, and hunt for food as a team. Pod life plays a very important role in protecting dolphins from predators such as sharks. Most pods contain anywhere from 2 to 30 dolphins, depending on the species and the situation. However, there are occasions when pods gather with other pods to form superpods of 100 or even a few thousand dolphins. Wow! They seem really neat. Next time you are at the beach, keep a close eye on the surf. My mom and dad said you can usually see a few in the mornings and even sometimes in the afternoons in Ocean City. Hope you all have a great day. See you next time.
Thank you, Buddy, for doing that.
Yes, Buddy.
I feel like I learn a lot
Thanks, Buddy.
from Buddy.
Yes, I do too.
About the planets, we learned that last time, and then so much about chipmunks and stuff, and squirrel. It was just cool. I really like it. Are you yawning?
No.
Because your mouth just looked like it was yawning.
No.
But I know that all of you are on the edge of your seats wondering about Jack's metal detecting meeting, which is one of the other reasons why we're here in Baltimore for the weekend. Would you like to, first of all, everyone wants to know what you found. And I'm trying to explain to them that you can't hunt yet. You know, step 1 was go to the club meeting.
No, I found stuff.
But like you didn't come up to hunt. You came up to.
Yes.
He came up to get a stamp that then allows him to apply for a permit from the city, which then allows him to metal detect in places like parks.
Correct, in Baltimore City area. Yes. You cannot. You pretty much like wherever you go, you need to like either ask the person.
He's laying on top of his bell.
Yeah.
Look, you see him? Okay, go ahead.
Well, anywhere you go, you pretty much need a permission to metal detect, right? Because it's not your property. The only place you do not need permission is your property, your own property. So you go to the beach.
Yeah.
You do not apply for a permit because town gave you the permit from the beginning. Or in Ocean City, like everybody can go and hunt on the beach because town officially gave permit to everybody.
Gotcha.
As long as you're not disturbing other people and stuff.
Yeah.
But here in Baltimore City, you need to like apply, like pay a fee, and you get a permit. So I'm in the process of that. I sign up to a Maryland Free State Treasure. Maryland State Free Treasure Club. I'm sorry. Yes, and they're very nice people, and I met a lot of people. They gave me a lot of advices, what to do, how to hunt. And I'm looking forward to go out there and hunt and find some stuff. Not necessarily like money, but something historic. I would love to find things that have history. You know, like I found a spoon that used to belong to this family who like used to live here. You know, like this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like you become part of history.
Do you want to show everybody what you found in our yard?
Should you?
It's right there. So.
You can probably do it closer, right?
Yeah, you just talk and I'll edit the.
Yes. So I found a bunch of quarters, a bunch of pennies, but also Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Okay.
I don't know what Chuck E. Cheese is. I mean, I just found out, but I guess it's a big thing here, and so I found a lot of them. So that's pretty cool. I also found
Did you
this.
find this car?
Yes, I did. That's correct. It's like a kitty car. I think it's Corvette. I think it.
How's a Corvette?
Yeah, it's a yes, it's a Chevy
Maybe somebody
Corvette.
with a kid used to live here.
I guess. See, that's the thing. Like, you don't need to look a story. Oh, there used to be a king here, prince, or whatever. No, you can go to your own yard and find out. Oh, there used to be a family here, a huge party, and
Will a metal detector find a diamond, like a rough diamond?
I don't think so. You can find a diamond on a ring because it's metal.
So how do people
Because
discover
diamond's
diamonds?
a rock.
Right.
Diamond's a rock.
So how do people? They're like digging, just randomly. Like there's that like Diamond State Park where you can look for diamonds.
Yes, but you
So-
just go and dig.
They're just digging.
They're not metallic. Like
Okay.
they're not.
I know. That's what I thought. I was just. They
The
were
only,
just talking
I think
about.
the only time you can find diamond with metal detector is
Yeah.
if it's attached to
To
the actual
it,
metal.
Makes
ring.
sense.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, and I found this little spoon that turned out it's not silver, but it's a kind of silver. So.
How do you know?
Because I looked it up. It says W.M. Rogers IS, and IS means International Silver or something,
Oh, cool.
and it's not actual silver. So, but yeah, it's. I hope and want to believe that it belonged to this house. They had a party in our yard one day, because why else would you
Do
have?
you know
a
the
spoon?
date of when it would be?
I do not.
Yeah. So
I-
you like to look in the ground for things like that. I like to go to thrift stores and antique shops, right?
Yeah, so do I.
Go shopping for treasures. Ah, Dusty.
Yes.
I know.
But also, to sum up, I also found I won the door prize.
Yes.
There was like a raffle, and there was a door prize, and I won, and I got a silver dime from 1934,
Long time ago.
long time ago.
Oh.
Way before I was
Interesting thing, yes. They used to make silver coins, but it turned out like people melted them, turned into silver and sold them because it was worth more money than actual coin.
Oh.
So
So silver coins are like super.
they stopped in
rare.
1963, I think, 62. They just stopped
Oh,
producing silver. Now it's all.
But they're probably
silver.
super rare too because most of them probably got melted down.
Yeah. So the only way you can find them is they're probably not in circulation anymore because all of them got picked out.
Yeah.
You gotta dig, man.
That's
Okay.
right.
All right. Let's see. Will Pip come back? Oh.
Hey, James.
Pip.
Pip.
Oh God. We called for Pip and suddenly we got
Pip.
every cat in here.
So we got Natty, we got James, we got Chunka, and we got Dusty.
We got Dusty.
I guess
What's our
they'll take
wisdom?
Let's go ahead and jump in. What wisdom do you have for us today?
I have some great words of wisdom.
Oh yeah, wait. I didn't explain why we're in the same clothes and taping again. That's what we started with and then we didn't finish. We have been together for what, the last 2 weekends?
Yes, we have.
So we said that Gretchen's cats and my cats and everybody, they need their moms home, right?
Yeah.
So we're taking Monday off from doing anything productive. We're having a rest and relax day.
Yes.
And so we needed to. We usually shoot the Tuesday episode on Monday. So instead, we're shooting it on Saturday.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Oh, there's Pip. He's like, why the heck are there so many kittens on my table?
Come on.
Pip.
5 cats here.
Oh my gosh, they're all coming. Ah!
I think
Pip.
it's dinner time. They're all hungry.
Yeah.
Come on, Pip.
Yep. Pip.
Pip.
And here's another one.
There's Julian. Hi. Hi, Cuddlebug. Pip. Is he on the floor?
Yes.
Pip. Come here. Pip.
There's 6 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh my god. Well, I guess this is not Pip's morning show today.
No.
It's Ken's morning
That would be perfect
show.
for Foster Monday.
Yeah, right? I know. Guys, we just did the Foster episode and you couldn't be here for that? Should we re-record? No, I don't know what to do. All right. Do your words, please. Give us
Okay.
some wisdom.
Here's some really great words of wisdom that that really came to me that might work for me, but it may work for you all too. Always do what you are afraid to do.
For
Like
example?
I'm afraid to like go out when there's like lightning, thunder, and storm. I'm also afraid to go to the dentist to get anything done that I need to get done at the dentist. But I pray and I hope that I can get over being afraid of what I always need to have done, or always need to do. That hopefully one day soon I won't be so afraid, that I can have some support, that somebody will be with me there, or just get me through, or just always do what you're afraid to do. If anybody's afraid to do something, it's okay. We all work through it somehow. So just let me know. Thank you.
What's something you're afraid of, Jack?
Whoa.
Anything?
Yes. I'm afraid of, it might sound stupid, but I'm afraid of roller coasters. And yes, I am. I admit, I am, but I always, I do it. I follow what Gretchen just said.
Yeah.
Remember the Hulk at Universal? I was like, oh, I can't do it. That's too scary. But once I went, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. It's not like my ass was just, once I break that fear, and then I can just go. But I have a question to you.
Yes.
Does it mean that you can get on a scooter? Electric
Yes.
scooter?
Oh boy, oh boy.
There you go.
I can do what I'm afraid to do. Sometimes we all work through it.
If you've been in an American city in the last probably 2 years, would you say they've been out? These electric scooters are out that you can rent, and it scans on your phone. There's so many different brands. We usually go on Lime scooters, but we were scooting around yesterday just for fun. They're fun. You get 15 miles per hour on a scooter. Obviously you're supposed to wear obviously you're supposed to wear a helmet. We did.
What are you afraid of?
So I'm super afraid of, and I guess the fear isn't as dangerous anymore now, and I could probably risk more, but I've always been really afraid of getting hurt, especially because when I was waitressing, if I got an injury, a broken leg, and it put me out for a whole summer season, that's my job, so I always got really freaked out. If I wanted to go surfing, I wouldn't take big waves because I'd be oh, if I got hurt, I wouldn't be able to work. I would be screwed, because we have such a short amount of time to make money in Ocean City. But I also was super afraid of snowboarding and skiing. But then once I did it, it was wow, this is amazing. But I never did anything other than I went to, it's called Buttermilk in Aspen, and it's where I worked, but there's little signs, a circle, and it says easiest way down. And I only ever did that route. I never went on a regular route. I always did the easiest way down route. So I'd say, extreme sports. Skateboarding, for example, gives me a lot of, I want to longboard and skateboard so bad, but I'm so afraid of it.
Okay, so to sum up, you're afraid of something, but you did it.
And I had a great time, yeah.
Okay, you're afraid of a dentist, but you
Yeah.
do it anyway, because you have to, you
Yes,
force
I know
yourself.
it's for my health,
Yeah.
Yes,
and
you do it.
it's to make me a better person, to say I've overlooked that afraidness.
Well, it just also
And-
makes you healthy, too.
It makes you healthy, and sometimes we all gotta do things in life we don't wanna do.
Yeah, and again, I have.
I know it costs a lot, but it's okay. I can deal with that.
And I'm afraid of roller coaster, but
Yeah.
also I overcome that fear.
Yeah.
But maybe people who watch us, maybe they will share with us, write in comment, what do you
Yeah,
think?
sure, let us know what you're afraid of.
What you're afraid of, and you conquered that
Yeah.
fear.
Well, because,
and you did it. Tell us what you think. That'd be very interesting.
I think
maybe funny.
Yeah, but you guys have succeeded in yours. I haven't. I never went on a run that wasn't the easiest way down. You know.
What do you mean you succeeded? You were so afraid, and you did it, and you snowboarded. And
Yeah, but I never went past the easiest way down. That's what I'm saying. I'm so afraid to do it in a way that I would grow with that skill. I've never skateboarded because I'm so afraid of getting hurt. I need to overcome that.
I see. Well, I would probably not do a bungee jump. I will probably not do that. Probably, but no. Let's
Yeah.
have people share with us what
Share with us what you're afraid of.
your fears.
He was afraid of elevators, but he got over that fear.
Yeah, he did.
He did whatever that technique's called, where you just make yourself do it every day for 3
Yeah.
months. But now that he hasn't done it, he doesn't like it anymore.
Yes.
Do you see how Natty just jumped up here and then acted like someone had attacked her?
Yes.
You've got
Is
to
it
start
a
doing
call
that.
for attention?
I think so. She is a little bit of a
She loves attention.
loves attention. Loves attention.
Yes,
Look
she's
at her.
very cat, yes. And the cold months are coming, so she'll
Yes,
sleep with
she'll
us.
sleep with us in bed. Hi, little muffins. So nice to have you on a show. All right. Well, what else do we do on Tuesdays? You got any?
like that Tuesday, which I,
Oh,
Do you like something Tuesday thing?
what was it on Tuesdays?
no, I don't remember. I had written it down. Hi everyone, and it's Training Tuesday again. Can you believe it? We've made it another week. Oh, good morning, Pip. How are you? We are, of course, here with our little booklet, if you want to call it that we wrote called High, Five, and Feline. And we are going to go ahead and introduce our next section. Of course, the full video is available on our password protected page at pipthebeachcat.com/clicker. You get that password when you buy our book and our clicker set that we have available in our store. Super exciting. But today we're going to go ahead and talk about the remainder of the tips. So we start with pretty much 5 basic tips. Last week we talked about using a special treat for training, and we went through all of Pip's favorite treats and the ones that we use when we are doing work, right? But let's start with a few other of these tips, and I'll of course cut this off for our morning show watchers, but it will continue on for our regular viewers. So tip number 1, we of course went over in the previous video. So tip number 2 is to start with one trick. So for example, you're going to want to start with paw or high five, and then once that's mastered, they will know that a click, because remember we're clicker training here, they will know that a click means a treat, and you can easily add on tricks to their collection of skills. Now, of course, Pip at this point has graduated to the use of a bell, so he knows that ringing the bell gets him a treat, but he also still knows that his tricks get him treats, but we don't need the clicker anymore because he has solidified the commands, the tasks, the tricks, whatever you want to call them, that get him a treat. So, number 3. Patience and timing are important. So you always want to end the training session if your cat is like bored. If they're like getting really distracted, you know, if Pip's like looking around the room instead of at his bell or at my hand, then we know it's time to stop. But you also want to do it at the right time. So it wouldn't make sense to feed Pip his nightly meal and then train him, right? You would want to do it before mealtime or enough time after mealtime that your cat is hungry again. Now, if you're
Thanks.
Hey, Archie's do you see her? Hi, can I help you? If you fall through that hole, you're gonna fall all the way to the floor, so be careful. Oh, she's licking me.
I have a saying, but I will wait for the saying till Monday.
Okay, all right.
It's a great saying. It's a very funny, and I
All
actually
these cats have fallen asleep.
I don't understand why we say that, but I have to look it up and find out why, because it's so weird. Doesn't make any sense.
I do. Obviously, you guys are all probably watching this on Facebook, but now that our internet's fixed, we are able to put these episodes up on YouTube. So if it's easier for you to watch that way, you can. And because of that, we'll also be able to put the episodes on our website. So you can go back and watch them there, and they'll be in order. So that if you want to watch them all, like, okay, I'm going to watch Monday through Friday all at once on Fridays when I get home from work, stuff like that, right? We also just posted up our teacher activities that we came up with. And if there are any teachers out there interested in those downloadables, they're now on our website at pipthebeachcat.com/activities or activity. I'll have to check that. But we can also, of course, cater something to your class's specific needs. So if you wanted to work on letter writing, for example, that's a great one.
Yes,
because all the kids can write Pip a letter and then Pip can write them a letter back.
Do you have Zoom meetings with the classes yet?
We haven't recently because the internet had been so bad, but now that we've gotten it fixed, we can Zoom in.
Did people reach out to you about that?
Well, we did a few Zooms, but now I feel like everybody's just gone back to school and they're probably just trying to figure out basic stuff this first month. And
It's probably too not too confusing, but like there's so much going on.
Nobody wants to think about having a special guest in class when they can't even figure out how to do like.
It's like teachers doing classes on Zoom.
Yeah.
And also you're gonna Zoom a guest, you know, like it's.
And we've done it. We did it with the Girl Scout troop. That was awesome. And then some of them sent us letters, and that was really cool. So we would love to do it. But I know everybody's really busy, and if we're in a situation in like January, February, March, where we're still sort of doing a lot of virtual classes, we can definitely put some more time and effort into making sure that we're getting in classrooms and doing story times and stuff on TV. Because I think that would be fun. But these guys look like they are starving. They are, or are they sleepy? Which could it be?
Could be sleepy or hungry.
Could be. Do you have a joke for us?
What does cats like to eat?
What do cats like?
Kind of a cloudy day.
What is it?
Chicken.
I guess I don't understand, so I'll laugh.
What?
Hey Gretchen, how many fingers do you see? Orange.
What is the punchline of that joke? What's the funny part about it?
That cats like anything to eat.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You heard it here first. A Gretchen Cooper original joke.
Yes.
Do you remember it?
No.
You already forgot the joke?
You just said
You
the
just
joke
said
and you
it.
don't
What
remember
is
it?
it?
What is Pip's favorite food?
What is it?
Beans and rice.
That's actually hilarious.
Mice and beans.
Mice and beans.
Where's Comedy Cat when you need him?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And on that note,
Stay
Pepsi.
Trying.
That was a sad Stay Pepsi. We should have done better. Also, again, it's mustard. What's the saying?
Mustard after dinner.
Mustard after dinner. You forgot to sing your theme song.
Gretchen's words of wisdom. Thank you.
There you go.
We can like paste it.
Yeah.
We can edit it.
The magic of
So,
television.
hope you enjoyed this funny episode.